Bike ridership is rising in U.S. cities, and that means it's more important than ever for cyclists to make themselves as conspicuous as possible to both drivers and everyone else on the road. Researchers at Clemson University, who have been studying cyclist visibility, suggest the following simple adjustments which can increase visibility and help prevent crashes. Number 1. Incorporate flashing taillights during the day. A cyclist with a flashing taillight is much more visible than a rider with a static taillight. But even a static taillight increases a cyclist's visibility far more than one that's turned off, the researchers say.
You put a taillight not just on the seat post, but on the bicyclist's feet, on their ankles or heels, then that upward, up and down motion is very recognizable, very useful by approaching drivers as well.
Number 2, take advantage of biomotion. Wearing a fluorescent jersey doesn't make a cyclist significantly more recognizable than a cyclist wearing a black jersey. Drivers might notice the color, but are not able to distinguish it at a distance from, say, a traffic sign. For improved noticeability during the day, the study says wearing fluorescent colors on moving parts of the body is far more effective.
Having fluorescent material on a bicyclist's torso isn't as useful as people might expect it to be, but when you put the fluorescent yellow material on the bicyclist's legs, it can be very useful. The eyes and the brain work together to help us recognize that pattern of motion, to know that it's not just an ambiguous stimulus, that's a person, and I know what that person is doing.
And number 3, don't rely on reflective clothing. Highlighting that pedaling motion with reflective material does make cyclists more distinguishable to drivers, especially at nighttime when fatal crashes are most likely. Just remember that reflective material only works when a light is shining directly on it. Bike share programs in London and New York are also using what's called laser lights. Laser lights projects an image of a bike about 20 feet onto the road in front of it. And that image lets drivers, pedestrians, and other riders know when a cyclist is coming.
Most pedestrian crashes happen at night, and that's the visibility problem. Of course, drivers need to pay attention. That's easy to say and hard to accomplish.